The new era of Pokemon cards is officially here, and with that comes insane prices for the start of this new block. Today, we are looking at the top 10 most expensive Pokemon cards in Mega Evolution on release day. Will this insane price increase continue? And what's the ceiling for these new Mega Hyper Rares? I'm gonna answer all of that and more in today's video, but first, let's talk about how you can try to pull one of these bad boys for yourself. Even though release day is here and most of the stock is already ran through, more stock is on its way, and you need to position yourself with the tools and the knowledge to help get your hands on some of these products being released. That's where the sponsor of today's video comes into play, PokeNotify. This exclusive Discord community alerts you when Pokemon restocks and drops occur by monitoring hundreds of sites 24/7 all across the globe. And today you can join the Discord for free for a 3-day trial and get 25% off of your first month by using the code FACTORY25 at checkout. Stop going in solo against the bots and the scalpers. Take advantage of this great tool and save you a ton of money and avoid the frustration. All links needed is in the description below. Alright, you filthy gooners, today we're looking at Mega Evolution. This is the total amount as of today. Obviously this is a fugazi, it's almost at $4,000. I guess technically at one point it was at $4,000, but I got them logged. We're gonna look at this again. We'll probably do what's always the rule, 30 and 90. So we'll probably look at it 30 days and 90 days is what we'll try to do. But we're gonna look at these bad boys. I just got done streaming, so this is about 1 or 2 in the morning. This is the release day still, I guess, technically. So prices might be a little wonky, but I wanted to go ahead and get this logged and get it recorded. We just got done opening about 170 packs. We pulled 1 SIR, which was the Latias. It is fire, but no golds, a ton of IRs, and a ton of full arts. Kind of got a decent gauge of it, but we need to open some more. So let's go ahead and hop into the top 10. At number 10, we have Acerola's Mischief SIR. And this girl's coming in at $91.66. So this one's pretty interesting to see. This one at 90 at release. Obviously it was way higher than it, plummeted. Oh my God, it was almost up at $300 at one point. I guess it was. I guess someone, it even dipped and went back up to that. That's kind of scary. Obviously there's no PSA 10 data yet for this thing. So we're just gonna talk about it a little bit. This card's actually pretty sick. You got the Sableye, the Mimikyu, the whole vibe going on. This one could actually, I was thinking that the Lily was going to be the trainer of the set. But I think that people have proven in the past couple sets that Lily doesn't have the draw she once had, like in Sun and Moon. So maybe this one actually overtakes the Lily. It's possible. Deep down, history is telling me it won't happen. I don't know. $90, if this thing drops down to like 60, we could see. It just depends on. It seems like there's a lot out there. So, I don't know. Maybe a $60 card. At number 9, we have Lily's Determination. I know you little gooners out there, Lily looking back at it. She is coming in at $196. So, yeah, never mind. That card is not passing. I mean, this thing, even at like a freaking 50% drop, it's still barely at below $100. So it was a lot higher. What was this thing? $300. So, but it kind of held pretty strong at $196. Like I said, I thought that the Acerola, she could, and maybe technically she still can, because like I said, Lily cards aren't holding up like we thought they would. So it's definitely a possible. I mean, as of right now, this is more expensive than the Lily's Clefairy, and I think that the Lily's Clefairy is a better card, but sometimes these trainer cards do some crazy stuff. But I think that this one, I think it's a $100 card, personally. I think this is, like I said before, maybe even like a $70 card. It feels like the Carmine from Twilight Masquerade, but that's just me. Actually, honestly, I think I like the Carmine more. At number 8, we have the Mega Kangaskhan EX SIR. And this bad boy is coming in at $198.90, so just barely above the Lily. Looks like it started out at $250, which is a first to market price. What's weird is, as much as I like the Absol and the Venusaur, I just love the coloring on this one. I don't know, I really like it. And you get the Mega Baby. The freaking baby Kangaskhan's a Mega too. So you literally have a Mega Baby. I know it doesn't matter, but I like this card a lot. 190, again, we've seen cards drop down. This feels more like an $80 card, if I'm being honest. But then it's like, okay, is the Lily gonna be higher than this? So that's kind of this conversations you gotta start kind of thinking about. But I think that comes down to Lily's probably more popular than Kangaskhan. I would say the Lily is probably higher, so this might even be like a $60 card. But In a PSA 10, this thing's going to do phenomenal, so it really doesn't matter. At number 7, we have the Mega Venusaur EX SIR. And this bad boy's coming in at $215.81. It looks like, well, obviously that's a Fugazi, so this thing shot up. It was at 205 is what we'll call the starter. I actually really like this one. We pulled it in Japanese, and it's really starting to, it really kind of worked on me, because I at first I was like, it kind of looks real goofy looking. But in person, like, that black's real sparkly. It looks really good. It is a really nice card. I like the black background too. I think that's I'm a sucker for the black background, I guess. I think this one's solid. I have a hard time believing this one's more than the SIR Venusaur from 151, but this is the Mega, so I guess you could argue that. I think this thing is about $120 card, if that. Maybe 80 bucks, wouldn't surprise me. I think the floor would probably be about 80 and the ceiling is probably about 120. I do think PSA 10s for this is going to be crazy, especially if you get sequential Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur. At number 6, we have the Mega Absol EX SIR, and this bad boy's coming in at $245. Looks like it started out at $275 and free falled all the way to $245. Not that much of a fall, really. I've said before, this thing reminds me of the Noivern. You know, I've seen this card pulled the most of any of the other SIRs. More than the Kangaskhan. I don't know if that means anything, obviously. I guess technically it really doesn't. It seems like people really like this card. I do like the card. I'm not a huge Absol fan. I get it. It is pretty cool and all that. You know, you get the claw darkness, the claw and all that stuff, but I don't know. I think that this one is around, is it better than a Venusaur? Is it more popular than a Venusaur? It could be, and I don't know if it's playable or not. I don't play the game, so it could be. I was getting into playing the game for a little bit. Sorry, my leg itched really bad there. I was kind of unprofessional. I was playing the game for a little bit, and then I got out of it. I think that it could hold with the Venusaur. Again, it could be in that 80 to 120 range, but then if you're having all these cards at that price range, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good set. We haven't even gotten to the big boys yet. So this set is kind of crazy. And you still have the Ivysaur, which I think is probably going to be about a $40 card, maybe. I don't know. This set's kind of crazy, honestly. At number 5, we have the Mega Latias EX SIR. This is the one and only SIR we pulled last night, and it is ridiculous. I love this card. I love Latias and Latios, so I'm kind of biased there. But the sparkle on this card, like, it feels like the Japanese QC transferred over, or like the way the hollow pattern is and everything. It's fantastic. I love this card. Right now it's coming in at $350 essentially, and it looks like it started out at $350, which is interesting. So what the heck? Why is it still down here? It should just be at the same. Oh, it's just literally, it went from $349.99 to $349. 99 cents. Obviously, that's probably not right. This card's pretty sick. I expect it to, you know, I'm kind of surprised. Well, no, I guess it makes sense because of what's in front of it. I think this one's going to do really well. I think it's going to do very well in a 10. The artwork, the art style is freaking ridiculous. I think it's going to perform very well. It's sitting at, what, $350 right now? I don't think it's a $350 card. I think it's more, honestly, probably like $240-ish, $250-ish. I'd say $240 is probably the ceiling. And I'll go 200 is the floor. So anywhere in between there. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think in a 10, though, these things are going to crush it. At number 4, we have the Mega Lucario EX SIR, and this bad boy's coming in at $404.98. Looks like it was starting out pretty high, $44.98, so it ain't really dropped that much. So right now it's a $400 card essentially. I actually really like this card. This is my favorite SIR in the set. I have a, you know, first off, Lucario with the freaking Freddy Krueger thing going on there. And I've always kind of liked Lucario, and I'm always have a soft spot for Venusaur because nobody likes our grass dog. I think this card's pretty sick. I don't know why Venusaur's flying in the sky. I don't know how, what's his face got up there. But you know, you got a whole bunch of Pokemon in here. You got the Bombasnow, Manatite, like you got the Latias down there. Like is it all the mega Pokemon? You got Mawile, Kangaskhan. I mean, it's a pretty sick card, honestly, if I'm being honest. I think this one is, I think this is better than Gardevoir, but I understand the Gardevoir, the art style is a little bit more elegant. This one's more cartoony, and the Gardevoir feels more, you know, adult, if that makes sense. More mature, I guess. As far as this thing being a $400 card, I don't think it's a $400 card. I think this thing's, you know, you could drop down to, honestly, I would be surprised. What's the Black Bolt? Is that going 200 bucks? I think it's probably better than that. Oh, it's hard to say though. It's definitely gonna be more. Again, I think the floor on this thing is probably like 210, and the ceiling is probably like 3. Honestly, it just depends on when the PSA prices start coming out. At number 3, we have the Mega Gardevoir EX SIR. During the stream, every time we pull Gardevoir, I just be like, Gardy! And I just can't, all I can think of is Cardi from like Bodak Yellow. I don't know why, it was just popping my head. It's coming in at $549, essentially $550. It looks like it was at $556 at its peak. This card's pretty sick. It's got that, like Magikarp kind of vibe to it, almost like a Shinji Kanda card. Obviously it's not. I mean, if it was, this card would probably be even more ridiculous, but it is a really nice card. Like I said, I think I like the Lucario one more, but this is better. I just like the Lucario style more. But this one here coming at $550. That's pretty a lot. You got Mega Symphonia. That's kind of cool. 550 is a lot, bro. But even if you have a huge, I mean, there's no way it's gonna probably be closer to the Lucario, right? Like that could be just a Fugaze there. So probably still in the 300, 210 range, right? Drop $200. That's still a lot. I mean, you still, even when you have these big drops, this set's still crazy. Like I don't see how prices can't come down if these cards stay this expensive. And what we've seen, these cards, you know, and they're holding up this value. So it's gonna be hard. On new sets, the cards matter. On older sets, the cards don't matter. On new sets though, it does. And this is gonna be a case where it's like, if these cards don't plummet, why would the prices plummet? Even if there's a bunch out there, unless there's just so much out there that everybody can get their hands on it, which, I mean, that'd be awesome, but I doubt it. At number 2, we have the Gold Mega Lucario EX. The Mega Hyper Rare is coming in at $589. Yeah, that Gardevoir is a fluke, because this makes more sense here. This is a $400 card. I think that we're gonna, until we see, you know, otherwise from the rares from Black Bolt and White Flare. $400 card, I think, for sure. And it's gonna be crazy in a 10. Beckett's are gonna be unbelievable. I mean, this picture is awful. I don't know what collector's doing here. They need to update this. I mean, this looks like a 3-year-old drew it. So I'm just gonna leave it like this because it looks a little better like that. I can't do that up close. I mean, so this thing started out at what, 700 and something? Yeah, I think this thing's gonna hold at $400. I've seen a few pulled, but not very many. I know, again, it doesn't mean anything, but usually, like, we knew with some of these sets, like, oh, this shit's getting pulled like crazy. You know what I mean? Like, when Scarlet and Violet Base came out, it was like, yeah, hit rates are ridiculously fun, right? They're really good. Hit rates for this set, I don't want to say perfect, but they kind of are, really. You get your IRs, you get your regular EX, you get your full arts, and then, you know, your SIRs coming, you know, this is supposed to be a big hit. So, you know, for me, I thought it was pretty decent hit rates for this set. But yeah, I think it's gonna be $400. PSA 10, I'd say probably $2,000 at least. I mean, and then in Beckett, there's no telling what it'll be. I think it's a $400 card. This thing might stay above 500. I wouldn't be surprised if it stays above 500. We'll just have to wait and see, because this is all new territory, right? So, like, you know, is this going to be the new Chases of the era? I think so. You have the Gold Charizard coming with Inferno X, which we're going to have on Tuesday. Well, I'm going to have it on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm doing a stream on Tuesday or not, but I'm going to have some of that. Hopefully we can pull a gold. That would be pretty insane. We never pulled a gold from Mega Symphonia or Mega Brave, but I didn't open too much. I only opened like 3 or 4 cases, so it wasn't nothing crazy. And at number 1, we have the Gold Mega Gardevoir EX, the other Mega Hyper Rare, and this thing says $900. I don't see how this, so I've seen some selling on Facebook for like $600 on Facebook Marketplace and eBay. This is $13.95, and it's at $900 right now. I think that is, I don't believe that to be true. I think it's gonna fall just like the Black White Rares did in Black Bolt and White Flare. I think $500 to $400 is where these cards are going to land. I do not think they're going to be this much. I will be shocked. Now, I do know from what I was being told, the Guardy's playable, but it's like, do people play with those cards? I don't think they do, but maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I do think that, like I said, $500 to $400, as it ages, is this a $1,000 card eventually? I mean, that would be crazy. There's no way. I don't know. It's so crazy to think a base set is gonna hold this price, but I guess they can, man. The way everything is, it's so crazy to think about how far we've come since even Sorry, I had something hanging on my tooth again, or not my tooth, but my finger. Another unprofessional moment. Since Sword and Shield base, like just the way these are, like the best card in Sword and Shield base is like 80 bucks, if that. I don't even know if it's that, honestly. And then what, from Scarlet and Violet base, I don't even know what it is, honestly. I guess it's the Gardevoir, one of those bad boys. It was what, like $70, $80? That's the last time I checked. I don't know, maybe I should check those again. But to think we have a base set, the start of the new block, which I understand. I've heard people say there's only gonna be 4 sets. And then we're going into the Mega, or we're going into Gen 9. I think that's a crock of shit. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Unless they do have, like 4, I guess they're saying 4 standard sets. So if they did 4 standard sets, then I guess they could do that, like 2 special sets. So that'd be 6 sets in the block, which is about pretty much half of a block, which I don't know. Okay, so that actually doesn't sound that. If you put in the special sets, 4 standard sets and then 2 special sets, that's 6. I don't know, okay, that kind of makes way more sense. Maybe even 7, probably be a little better. That's the rumor. If that's the case, there's no telling about what these are gonna do. PS10 is gonna be crazy. I think these are the new chases. It's gonna be interesting to see if any of the SIRs will flip these. So like the Charizard from Inferno, I was thinking, man, that thing's crazy. It's like $800. Well, the gold is like $1,000. It's literally like $1,100. So it's like the golds are trending. So for me, for the golds to be able to hold it, like I think Lucario and Gardevoir has to be the lowest tier Pokemon for these golds to carry it. Does that make sense? Like you can't go below Gardevoir or Lucario. So you have the Charizard, then you're gonna have Rayquaza, Greninja. I think. I mean, those are 2 heavy hitters, right? And then after that, Gengar Gyarados or something like that. You know, you're gonna have some heavy hitters, I think, if you want the gold to carry. The first time they do like something stupid and have like a Pal Sand gold or something like that, then it's gonna cook it, you know. And I just don't see how Pal Sand could carry a set. Would Pokemon do that? Probably. Pokemon does some weird shit. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate the love and support. Let me know down below how much Mega you have opened so far and what's your favorite part about this set. Again, I'm going to be having some Inferno X up on the store sometime next week. I get the shipment in on Tuesday. We'll see if I want to go live that day or wait till the weekend. I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, guys, the Mega Evolution is here. It's crazy. I'm super excited for it. Hopefully stock increases and we can get our hands on more of this stuff, because I'm really feeling this new block. I really like where they're going with all this. I think they can do some really super cool cards, and I can't wait to see what they do. Guys, remember, make sure you check out PokeNotify if you're trying to catch these drops online. If you're still in a dried out area like my own, where I can't find anything, I literally spent half my day Friday trying to find Mega Evolutions. Didn't find anything until my wife found some sleep packs left at a Walmart, and that was it for the whole thing. We didn't find anything else anywhere else. So I fully understand your guys' pain. Online is your good friend. Obviously, you gotta fight the bots and all that. If you have the tools you need, it makes things a lot easier. And of course, join my regular Discord, dude. This is my shining achievement so far on YouTube, because we're not gonna hit 20,000 subscribers this year because I suck. But my Discord is my baby, and I appreciate everybody that's in there. It's a good family vibe, so definitely check that out if you want to become a PokeFactory DGen today. I don't know why I just said it like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. PokeFactory out. Peace!